Okay, so in the last video, I left you with this question. Hopefully you got to practice this on your own. If we're plotting negative 2.4 on a number line, first you have to figure out what whole number is negative 2.4 between. Well, negative 2 is obviously one of those whole numbers. And you have to figure out, is negative 2.4 going to be between negative 2 and negative 3? Or is it going to be between negative 2 and negative 1? It would be between negative 2 and negative 3. So negative 2 is greater than negative 3, so negative 2 is going to go on the right. Negative 3 would go on the left. We like to write our decimals in tenths, so I'm going to put my tenths here. And we're going to start at negative 2, which would be negative 2.0. This would be negative 2.1, negative 2.2, negative 2.3, negative 2.4. I'm going to put my point there. That's where negative 2.4 should be on a number line. If you counted from the 3 and you went 4 over from the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, this would not be negative 2.4. This is negative 2.6. So you have to pay attention to what side of the number line you start counting over from. All right, in this quick check, you have the point 1.7. We have a positive decimal at this point. So you have to figure out what two numbers is 1.7 between. You can pause it if you want to try this on your own. Okay, here's the answer. 1.7 is between 1 and 2. 1 is less than 2, so I'm going to put 1 on the left. 2 will go on the right. Since we're dealing with decimals, we're going to split this whole into tenths. And since we are positive, we're going to be going to the right. Okay, so this is 1.0. This would be 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. Okay. Now, when it comes to comparing decimals, and you have to tell me which decimal is greater than, less than, or equal to the other decimal, or if you have to order decimals from least to greatest or greatest to least. Sometimes you can use a number line to help you figure this out. Now, it's not necessary. You don't have to use a number line, but it can be helpful. I know number lines can be pretty confusing. So if at any point this is just way too confusing for you, you are welcome to join the Google Meet and I can do some extra examples with you. Or you can just message me in classroom. Okay. So in this example, we are comparing negative 11.6 and negative 11.8. Okay, I have to plot both of those decimals. First, I need to figure out what two whole numbers these decimals are between. One whole number would be negative 11. The other whole number would be negative 12. Negative 12 is less than negative 11, so negative 12 is going to go on the left. Negative 11 is on the right. If it's decimals, I have to have 10 spaces. So I'm going to make my tenths now. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I am going to plot both decimals. Okay. I'm going to make a star negative 11.6. So I start with negative 11.0. This is negative 11.1, negative 11.2, negative 11.3, negative 11.4, negative 11.5. This is negative 11.6. I'm going to make a heart for negative 11.8. So if the star was at negative 11.6, the next one would be negative 11.7, and then we would end at negative 11.8. So looking at where the star and the heart are on this number line, you have to think about which one is greater. Between negative 11.6 and negative 11.8. Okay, negative 11.6 is the star. The star is farther on the right. The heart is on the left of the number line. Whichever number is on the right is the larger number. So the star, since it's on the right of the heart, the star is greater than the heart, negative 11.8. All right, in this example, you are comparing two decimals. Now, this decimal can get tricky because it has numbers in the hundredths place. In this case, you just have to estimate where that decimal is going to land. We know that negative 12.98 and negative 12.78 is going to be between negative 12 and negative 13. Every decimal needs to be plotted on a number line in tenths. It's just easier this way. And we are going to find negative 12.98. Negative 12.98, if this is negative 12.0, 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, this is negative 12.9. But pay attention, this is negative 12.98. Okay? Negative 12.98 is going to be very close to 13.0. Negative 12.78, starting at negative 12.0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, and then you have 8 hundredths more, so it's going to be very close to negative 12.8, but not quite at 12.8. So if you're comparing these two, pay attention to what is on the right and what is on the left. Okay. Negative 12.98 was on the left. So since it's on the left, that means it is less than negative 12.78. Okay. All right, I think this is our last quick check. If you want to pause it and try this on your own, you can. I'm about to go over how to do it in just a second. Negative 4.05 and negative 12.5. In this example, it would be easier for you to just think about the whole number. It's going to be hard to plot whole numbers that are that far apart. But if you think of just the whole number, negative 4 and negative 12 by itself, thinking about where that would be on a number line, negative 4 is obviously going to be farther on the right of the number line than negative 12. So negative 4.05 is greater than negative 12.5 because it's further on the right. So there are cases where you do not have to plot a decimal on a number line to figure it out. You can brainstorm and think, okay, where's this number going to land on a number line? Whichever number is on the right, that number is greater. Whichever number is on the left, that one is least. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about the practice that you guys are going to be doing today.